Hello and welcome to episode 2 of our driver career. Today we are in Saudi Arabia for the Jeddah GP. We're currently sat in first position. Tatiana Calderon managed to snag a first in the last race with OP pit strategy, which meant them not pitting while everybody else on the circuit did. I'm guessing that was because of a tyre strategy I used using practice. I used up a lot of my hard tyres, leaving them only one lap left, so we're changing our practice strategy on this. I'll be getting some warm-up laps, getting acclimatized to Jeddah. Not a track that I particularly know that well, so I'm not too sure that we will be getting a podium, but without further ado, we'll head right into it. And I won't bore you with the practice session. For you guys, we'll go straight into qualifying. So I'll see you guys then. So here we go for qualifying. Now, one thing I did realize from practice is that I do not know this track. I've never raced without a racing line before, and I've never raced without traction control. So this is going to be interesting. I will try my best, but I do not know this like I know Bahrain. So I'm learning as I go here. This is why one of the reasons why I wanted to do especially the F2 career. But I feel like we just need to set a decent time. Let's have a look at tyres. So we've got one set of tyres. Reserve for race. Okay, so 1 out of 3. What's this mean? 1 out of 2. Okay, so that's the amount that we're allotted for. Okay, I've got 3 tyres reserved for the race, so I can set a lap tyre. So I need to use this one single tyre for qualifying. Okay. I think we'll go out and just set a band colour. Hopefully we can get close enough behind one of the cars so that we can actually follow them around like we did a couple of times in practice, which we'll not have seen. And just again get to grips, because some of these corners that I know, especially in Sector 1 and 2, that I can definitely go faster through. Look at the tyres up to temperature. A couple of blind corners around here as well that nearly caught me. I like this guy. And this one just about 3/4 of the way around this corner. As soon as I see the apex, we've got to shift down into third and then run through. Very, very tricky when you've not used the race line, but it definitely went a bit more flat out through there. But learning the braking zones is something that I've never really had to think about. I've always had that kind of given. Obviously some of it is instinct because I do drive. But as we see now, down the home straight to start our first qualifying lap and see what we can do. I am not that hopeful. Especially not with a turn 1 like that. Very poor on that turn one, missed the braking point a little bit. Nice and tight on this one, and then a little bit of power. Nice and steady. I did do it on mediums. A little bit too hot for that. It's a little better on the soft tyres, but obviously all the other drivers are going to have that advantage. But this is just to get one on the board. 146, wow. Really start to push a little bit now. A little bit of contact with the wall I made. Flat out through here. A little bit wide on that last corner. So we're already at a 148. Wow, we're 3 seconds off the pace. Really try and put some pressure on and a really good lap. We do have a car to follow now. Much cleaner through that first section. Already getting a second. A little bit early on the power there. Contact with the wall. It's going to slow us down quite a bit, unfortunately. Still a second though.
You're lapping slower than your teammate. Your teammate is faster.
So we take a second off, which is 10. So we'll take it nice and steady on these tyres and we'll bring it back in because we do want to do another lap. I'm out of fuel anyway, so we shall return to the garage. So we are losing a lot of time in these two blind corners. We're currently sat pretty much dead last. First sector looks pretty good. But yeah, the two blind corners in Sector 2 are where we are losing pretty much a second. I think we can do it. I think we just need to be a little bit more aggressive on the approach, especially to the second one. Here we go. We are currently 20th out of 22. See if we can improve on that. Quick practice run on these 2 blind corners before we go in. A little bit better on that one, definitely. Much better. Okay, so I think we've figured it out now. It's definitely where we're losing our time. Definitely. One last run at the gauntlet. Nice exit to the start finish, so let's see if we can get it. A little bit wide on that one. Oh, that's no good. We're going to have to go for a second lap. That's really late breaking into that one. Really poor first turn again. And this section, what am I doing? We're throwing. This is an awful lap. Awful start. Concentrating too much on the 2 blind corners that I forgot about the ones that I've already got down. Oh, kind of. Oh, and then we get front wing damage. No. Definitely gonna have to be another run. Another lap after this one. All or nothing. We still nearly made time on that. Yeah, we're doing terrible. This is not going to be good qualifying for us, unfortunately. Unless we can really make up some time on Sector 2. We're nearly a second behind already. This is awful. Not happy with this performance. That corner sets you up for this, all of the straight. We're getting to half a tenth on that alone. So I think if we can connect up all of the pieces. How long have we got left? Question is, do we have enough time? Because that's not going to be quick enough. We have enough time to get straight back out.
about to spend time repairing the damage to the car. Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Minutes 40. This is last chance saloon. We do have 20% one, but this is it. All or nothing. Does much better with the front wing. So it's a nice strong outlaw. Hopefully. Please can we just connect all the pieces? I'll be happy with anywhere near 10th. We'll go for 10th. Second behind in the first, I'm not too worried about the first sector. Not looking good. We definitely need to improve on this first sector. And that's not how to do it. And that is going to be the end of our qualifying.
The grid is all set for the race tomorrow, but before we go, let's quickly remind ourselves of our top three, which are
Lawson, Dragovic, Callan Williams.
the grid is set then, so that just leaves the race itself. Join us tomorrow where we'll be live with all the action, and until then, goodbye.
It's not good from us. We finished absolutely stone dead last with about 6 tenths to make up on the guy before us. We just couldn't connect the dots, unfortunately.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please.
I'll definitely try. Go for the full mediums all the way through. Try and get a good start over here. Slow start for sure. Up 3 positions. Can we make it 4? 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wow, that's a big dive. We slam on the brakes, nearly catch Lawson. Little bit of contact there with Iwasa. Holding onto that position quite nicely there though. I'll try and catch back up with this pack. Try and stay on the back end of Lawson if at all possible. Going through turns 7 and 8 now. Head down into turn 13. We've got a little bit of a gap building up. There's a second to Lawson. Hopefully try and close that gap up by lap 3 so we're in that DRS range so we don't get left by this pack of top 10 or top 9 should I say.
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Absolutely flat out this section through turns 20 and 21. Down towards the blind corner of 22, hard on the brakes, trying to really get close to this wall, and then full acceleration all the way out through 23, 24, and around the bend at full acceleration through the DRS zone on turn 25. Going through 26. And then the last turn is the hairpin of 27. Close up a lot of distance there to Lawson. Looks like some battling going on ahead with it. Can't quite see his name. Apologies, I don't know all the names of these guys. Oh, a bit of contact there on Lawson. We do damage the front left portion of our wing. Hopefully that's not going to hamper us too much. Big lunge down the inside. Great move on Lawson there. Respect him giving some back position. A little bit of contact on the wheels. And we do hand the position back. Definitely looking to get involved in this pack though. This is kind of the pack we do need to be in. Over wide there, lost a lot of time. And down the inside goes Iwasa, again battling. We will just take that. That's a bold move to go on the outside down there, turn 13. We'll have to come through with a lot of speed to make that move stick. And we do have a yellow flag on turn 13. It looks like 2 or 3 cars there all involved. We do have the green flag. So again, now we have a safety car and Lawson just brakes right in front of us. We've lost our front runner. This is our first safety car of the season. Looks like 4 cars all involved in that one. Quite a big crash. Really, really good news for our tyre wear and getting to the end of the race. It's going to make it a lot easier for us. Obviously, there's only been 10 laps. Safety cars usually take around 3, I'm guessing. We're already where we wanted to be. If we can just stick in this sort of position, it'll be very, very good for us. Daravala going slow with the engine failure. That is huge. That bumps us up into 9, so we're in the top 10 now. Was that what the yellow flag was for? Unfortunate for the Indian national. I think there was a couple of failures last time out at Bahrain. I just think they weren't too relevant to us. I think they were the back markers and we didn't quite see it. Wait for these other guys just to catch up. These remaining 4 that did have a bit of a bump and caused the yellow flag down in turn 13 and nearly caught up with us now. No visible debris or marks on the road, so not quite sure what happened down here. It might have just been a little wall incident. Not a bad little reset to start from this as well. Setting off from 9th with all these guys bunched up, it's actually huge news for us. Can definitely make a push. Tyres are still in good condition. Try to get some heat back into these brakes. Keep everything nice and warm for this restart. If it does restart, we'll get down to the bottom. I'm starting to feel a lot more confident with this track now as well. Now we've got a few laps in, we've got our eye in a little bit. Going into this sprint race. Definitely have a lot more confidence going into the Grand Prix now. I think we've found a couple of the lines that we were looking for. Especially in those 2 blind corners that we really struggled with in qualifying and that second and third section. In hindsight though, I definitely think I have put way too much downforce on this. We're going to really struggle in the long straights. But this sector 1 and 2 we can really push on in. So hopefully we can just be mindful in that last sector. But the AI not being too strong down into the hairpin of turn 27, so I think even if we do get overtaken, we could possibly do the switch back onto the start finish straight and get the DRS. But we'll obviously have to play that when it comes to it. Looks like everybody's bunched back up now, so the next time round will definitely be our race restart. I used to see an actual safety car out though, even though it's only F2. I know the previous game, I think it was the previous game, was very heavy on the virtual safety car thing. And it was very rare to see an actual safety car. I still like to see it. I think it gives, especially guys like, you know, in my situation where we did qualify in a very poor position and we managed to get a decent start, to look at catching a few more places before they do manage to get some speed and get some time between them and get, you know, the different packs, especially with the DRS. You know, you tend to see packs of cars separating. Not so much in F2, but definitely in F1. Safety car in this lap, maintain speed, so we do get the confirmation.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing
And we'll
line.
start keeping them, getting them some heat now. Getting ready for the restart after this hairpin. See if we can time this right to maybe get a position on Lawson. Our teammate just ahead of him, of course. I thought they were going to go, I thought they were going to restart. Oh no, that's not good for us. I thought it was going to go, but then they went really slow. Unfortunately we do have nearly a second gap. We need to stay within a second. Oh, very heavy on the brakes. We do manage to catch back up though, which is nice. All bunched back up nice and tight for this race restart. We know we're fast through here, so we'll take a lunge at Lawson. Not quite going to make it stick this time, unfortunately. But we'll play patient. He knows we're here. A little bit wide on that corner, unfortunately, so we have to ease off. Hopefully get a good exit through here. A little bit wide again over the curb there, taking a lot of it on the run down into turn 13. We're not going to make runs, but we can definitely close the gap a little bit with a bit of heavy braking. Nice and smooth in, nice and smooth out. This is one of our blind corners. Lawson very heavy on the brakes there. We do manage to get him on that corner though.
Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy.
Didn't expect to get an overtake there today, but we take it. Especially on a guy like Lawson who seems to be pretty quick. Got a teammate up ahead now, so we need to be pretty careful. Pretty respectful. Looks like he's in a three-way battle with Williams and somebody else I can't quite make out who it is just yet. But they are battling for third. Sorry for fifth. Big lock up there, unfortunately. Allows Lawson back through, and maybe... No, Owasa, kept Owasa up there.
Yellow flag.
Do another engine failure. That's 2 engine failures ahead of us and a safety car. The gods are working in our favour. Still relevant to Lawson here. That means our teammate Vips is up in the 6th. Really, really strong position for us to try and close these last 4 laps out. Hopefully get plenty of points on the board for our team. Lovely turn in, but a bit slow on the exit unfortunately on that one. Try and keep as much speed as possible without going off track through this bit. Ease off here and back on the power again. Try and keep as much speed as possible going down in. I got one for exceeding track limits. I didn't think I was out there, but that is our first, I do believe. Try and keep as much momentum as possible going through this one. Very steady on the way out of this. Kind of off camber exit to that corner can really unsettle the car. I found that out in qualifying. This corner is really, really tricky. Not one of my favourite corners, but it is lovely when you do catch it right. Nice and fast through here. We're now 8/10 away from Lawson. It looks like he's pulling away a little bit. But this corner here, the second of our blind corners, as soon as we see the black box, nice and heavy on the brakes, down to third, and then solid on the accelerator out. All the way through. It's slow on that one, but when you catch that one right, it just sets you up for this whole run right the way down through 23, 24 and 25. Wait, Wassa? That guy comes with a lot of speed, and we've also got Djokovic looking to make a push on us as well. We are really slow in the straight line. Unfortunately lost 8th place there. Lawson with a fastest lap. Definitely want this position back from Owasa. I don't mind staying behind Lawson. I feel like 8th is a very good position considering we started in 22nd. I think we're definitely faster than Owasa. We've got rear wing damage from Drugovic. Drugovic just absolutely slammed into the back of us. That is not going to help matters, unfortunately. Yeah, you could really, really feel it going very wide on it there. 3 laps to go and this guy really just messes it up for us. I don't know if we're going to get Owasa now after that. Not happy at all with Drugovic. At least maybe we might be faster in the straight on the third sector. But do struggle in those middle and high speed corners already. Yeah, Wasa's nearly 2 seconds ahead of us now, unfortunately. I don't think with this rear wing damage, and we've got Djokovic trying to make a push again with a little bit of oversteer from us. Gonna have to play defensive, I feel, for the rest of this race. Thanks to the guy behind us. Some good fortune, some bad. Take the defensive line in. Lovely turn in. Lovely exit as well. Nice and smooth. Yeah, it looks like he's gone into the pit. Looks like Djokovic might have had some front wing damage off slamming into the back of us, which is a nice piece of karma, at least a consolation to the, you know, position he could have theoretically cost us. We'll spend the next 2 laps hopefully keeping Sato at bay now. And as we see as well, there's a lot of guys bunched up behind them. Hopefully we can just nurse this one back home in the top 10. This is where I feel the most. Sato having a look there. Very bold attempt on that one. Probably going to have another look here. I think we can take the normal line. I think we can. Yeah, not able to get on the power as early out of there, but still managed to get a decent exit. A half a second gap to Sato. If we can get out of this guy's DRS zone, then that would be huge, I think. A little bit slower through there, unfortunately. Lacking a little bit of confidence now with this rear wing. And also, obviously, the slight damage to the front wing. Yeah, Sato tries to have a look on the outside. Down into 27. Not going to let that happen, unfortunately. But that means he does have DRS on us down the home finisher. Hopefully we can take the defensive line, and that blows the option off into turn 1.
By 7.8 seconds.
Is the better line to try and take on the outside? Maybe he can do it, but we'll try and squeeze him as much as possible. We get a really solid exit out of turn 3. Have to be careful in turn 4. Nice exit and stay close to the wall through 5 and flat out into 6. Flat out through 7, slowing off round 8, and easily through 9, and back onto the power again through 10. Course round 11, and that is 12. Kind of 12 isn't really a corner. Nice and smooth in on 13, nice and smooth out. Being mindful of not hitting that outer wall. On 14. Flat out through 15, braking into 16, and then a nice and around 17, be careful again not to hit that outer wall, around 18, flat out through 19, flat out through 20, flat out through 21, looking power brake marker down and around 22, flat out through 23, flat out 24, and again flat out 25. Flat around 26, looking for our braking marker and watching our friend Sato on the outside, keeping him at bay. On the hairpin of 27, building back up on the throttle for a good solid exit down the home straight. One more lap to go, one more lap. We see OS already 7 seconds ahead, so that shows obviously how much we are struggling right now. Take a slightly defensive line down into 1, hopefully keep him at bay from going down the inside at 2, and get the speed out into 3. Careful braking into 4, maintaining speed and coasting through round 5, sticking nice and close to the wall. So we can get the good turn into 6, flat out through 7 again. And Felipe Djokovic after that sets the fastest lap. Just really struggle with that corner with this wing, unfortunately. Hopefully we can nurse this home, but I don't think we get points for that in F2. I'm not sure, we'll have to wait and find out, but at least it's a lot better than the 22nd we were in. We've got a long way to go yet. Every corner is an absolute battle at the moment. Very nice take on that corner. Keeping speed really well. I feel like this back end of the circuit, the damage to the rear wing is actually helping us a little bit. but definitely through Sector 1 and the start of Sector 2 we were struggling a lot with that. Hopefully we can defend one last time down into the hairpin at the end of 27. He's coming through fast this time now. He does brake early, which allows us to outbrake him and take that racing line through there. Getting the power nice and early, and hopefully we can, yeah, nice. Solid performance. Huge result with the safety car. And need 2 engine failures, otherwise it would have been 11th, 12th. But we do get driver of the day as well. Awesome result. I'm really happy with that, to be honest.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
It was down to one thing: consistent pace over everyone else out there on the track. We could spend a great deal of time talking about race and tire strategy, what has occurred on the track, but at the end of the day, the difference here was down to simply being faster on track than everyone else. Amazing skill on show.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raced some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance.
I'm sure Logan Sargent has already been in F1, right?
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Lots of drivers impressed me today, Alex. But if I have to say one that impressed me most, it's Logan Sargent.
On to the teams then. Hitech GP moved to the top of the table.
We do
Another
take
team
the
that
lead.
excelled today was Dams, who make further progress up the
7th
table.
for Vips.
After all
Solid
this
result,
drama,
picking up
you'd
3
be
points for him.
mad not to join us for the next
9th
race.
for us,
We hope
just
to see
outside
you
of the
then.
points,
Take
but
care.
we'll take it. We'll take it. Huge improvement on where we started. Huge improvement. So yeah, without further ado, save the replay and then we shall move on to the Grand Prix. Again, starting off at the back. Looking for a solid start again, maybe make up a few positions on these back markers with a good enough start. Okay start from us, for sure a little bit of a poor start, but we will make some overtakes, heading down in, big dive, little contact with Calderon unfortunately. Luckily we never got any wing damage. Yeah, we get the wire for that, I'm not surprised. Our friend Oasa from last race, getting his elbows out, rightly so. Sean looking like it may be an easy overtake. Yeah, I don't know why I positioned like he did, but it means we fortunately get to get our elbows out and close him off into that corner and then look at catching back up to our friend Oasa. Solid start up into P14. Again, looking for around P10. I think I'd be happy with P10 again. I think that'd be a solid result given the qualifying session, the abysmal qualifying session that we had, but we are feeling more confident around Jeddah now, having learnt this track and learnt its braking zones. But yeah, I can't describe the difference coming from somebody who's only ever played, nice exit there, maybe I would look on Oasa, only ever played with all the assists turned on and things, and kind of casually played the game and almost got bored of it quickly to then playing without assists. I can't describe the difference just in realism and how hard it actually is until you try it yourselves. But it's definitely worth doing, especially with either a racing wheel if you're lucky enough to have one, or I use a PS5 controller which have the haptic triggers, which I was very surprised that I didn't actually know it did it in this game until I started playing it, but you can actually feel the engine and the gear changes, and when the re-rolls are starting to slip through the triggers, which is an awesome thing that I think Xbox need to kind of bring into their controllers if they're going to start to compete with people like PlayStation. But yeah, definitely recommend either a wheel or a PS5 controller for Formula 1. A little bit of contact with the Wasai brakes really early there for some reason. We'll just push them along. But we've closed the distance quite nicely now, within 3/10. Looking to just stay behind him. We're definitely outspeeding him at this point. So we need a really solid exit down towards turn 13. Maybe look and taking this overtake. That's a big dive. Yeah, we're not going to get that unfortunately. A bit too far away. He gets a bit of a better run down to turn 13 than us. Maybe keep it still. We've got a good exit for it there. A little bit shaky through 18 there. I believe it's 18. Possibly catch him in the braking zone from 22 and get some speed out through 23. No, he's a little bit far away from us. We've kind of overbraked ourselves there, unfortunately. Get some good speed out. We know we are slower down this well, a back straight, but it's not really a straight, is it, than the other guys. So not really where we're going to be getting a lot of our moves done. Maybe only on this corner. That's a great.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Great little overtake there. Not that it means much, but definitely one to have. A little bit of a slide there into the pit lane. Style points. Our first pit of this episode. Nice turning in, 0.3 that looked like. Going on to another set of softs. I thought we could have got out before him there, and another one gets out in front of us. And another one? But these guys are already in front of us, so I'm maybe silly. Calderon was, yeah. I think we are actually in the right position there, to be fair. I think Iwasa we overtook. Did Iwasa stay out? I think he did. Maybe look at trying to pick off Calderon earlier and make a push on in these nice new tyres. Strongest part of the circuit for us. Oh, that's a brave move, but we managed to get it. Yeah, I don't think Calderon expected us to go for that, but we did have a lot of speed coming through there. And we did get our wheel up alongside Calderon. Should have backed off and given us the space, but unfortunately, I think didn't see us. Looks like luckily we both got away with it. Brave move, but I had nowhere to go. I had too much speed coming through that corner. I had to commit to it at that point. And look at that. Chasing down Novalak now. Sitting in P16 at the moment, but obviously we have the other half of the grid. We got purple sector 2. Haven't done good in sector 2 all weekend. Close a little bit of distance, heavy braking in this final corner. Really want to get under that 1 second, getting that DRS activation time. I feel like we've got the speed.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 26.
See what position we come in. We do get our Iwasa. Iwasa's a few places back there now. And we take Sargent. We do manage to get the move on Sargent. Nice, so we come out ahead of him as well. Again, just chasing down Novalak now. Into P9. This is a great result as it is. A little bit of oversteer there, a bit of wheel spin. But I do feel like we're definitely settling into this track now. Definitely becoming more at home with Jeddah. Not a circuit that I know very well at all. haven't played that much of the most recent F1 games, so it's nice to come back and really get into the depths of F1 23 ahead of F1 24 releasing in a few months' time. Definitely nice to actually learn all the tracks, because a lot of tracks, you know, I've raced before, especially tracks, you know, like Australia and things like that, that, you know, people generally do a lot, the ones sort of earlier towards the start of the season. But it'd be nice to actually get to learn them properly, learn the braking zones, because it's not something you ever really take notice of. Sargent with a great run, a great speed on us, but we are going to catch him on the braking. A little bit of a slide there for us, but we do manage to make it stick. Sargent was pretty quick around there, but we do close him off. We say no thanks very much. We're into lap 5 now. I think that possibly been our, was that our teammate just coming out of the pits? Goes into 10th place. So both of us quite close again. Calderon does manage to get our teammate Vips there though. Be nice to racing alongside him, although we have been finishing quite close, a little bit wide there. Yeah, we let Sargent in, that was very, very wide from us. Have to concede that position. We do get a good run on him on the exit. Maybe a look down into 13, he's going to take the inside, so we're going to go around the outside, possibly have a look. No, haven't got the speed. Stick behind him for now. I do feel like we are faster than him. Just obviously, yeah, that was a bit of a silly attempt there, just backed up on that one. But yeah, because he does have DRS on us, he's always going to be sort of catching us, but I do feel like we are the faster driver on track out of the two. Which is nice considering we felt awful in qualifying. Lovely turn there, he makes a little bit of an error. Right up behind him now, we'll get into the DRS zone. Really, really sticking behind him. We can definitely have a strong attempt. We should manage to catch him down into the hairpin of turn 27. A little bit early on the brakes and have to adjust very, very wide. Yeah, Sargent gets the switch back. Very, very nice move from him to take that position back. But it does mean we get the DRS on the run down into turn 1. Hard corner to make a move on. I would like to possibly try and look at making it on 2. He goes very slow through there. Come on, Sargent. I'll move on. Trying to just get out of his way. Again, Sargent, what are you doing? Are you purposefully? Again, we end up with wing damage. I guess we kind of didn't give him the space, but I guess we are just a lot faster in sector 1 than we actually realised. I think we'll be able to manage with a little bit of wing damage. Yeah, see how slow he is, how much more speed we've got on him in sector 1. Unfortunately, he has it in sector 3, but make a move around the outside. Lovely bit of traction there. Can we make it stick? Excellent exit. What an overtake coming out of 13. Huge, huge move on Sargent there. Great overtake to have after he was slowing us up all through sector 1 there. Huge, huge move. Lovely piece of racing. Unfortunately, all that battling means now we've dropped back to 4 seconds behind Novalak, so it looks like we possibly might have to settle for 8. Still 8 laps remaining though, so anything can happen. Again, we look at Sargent coming through.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep
I feel like this is going to be backwards and forwards, cat and mouse. Make sure he doesn't do the same thing as last time by getting a nice strong exit out of there. Holding all line nicely there. Yeah, I think it's going to be the same story until one of us pits down into turn 27. He does have a lot of speed coming through 25 and 26 on us. But obviously, as we are battling, that's costing us more and more time to the guys ahead and letting the guys behind such a hold on, catch back up. So I would rather not, but it's kind of the part of F1, isn't it? It's why they made DRS a thing quite a few years ago now. To make overtakes and make Formula 1 a bit more exciting. Which definitely does, gives it another element. I completely agree with it, to be honest. A little bit of wheel spin there as we go on the power just a split second too early, but definitely getting at home with the feel of the cars now. Feeling a lot more comfortable in this F2 car than we did in the first race. And a lot more comfortable with the assists. It's feeling a lot smoother on track. I didn't even know there was a yellow flag. Does Sargent make a look in, or is he a bit too far away? He's too tense. Yeah, he's going to have a look in. Yeah, he's a bit too far away this time, buddy. Fittipaldi is out of the session. Did we gain a position though? I'm not sure if we did.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs.
Duavala is in the pits, and someone else I didn't quite see what it was, but means we need a nice, strong in-lap. So Duavala will be our marker to see where we come out of the pit, see if we do get undercut.
Okay, be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
I really like this section of corners when it does connect up nicely. Kind of like that. It was a little bit on the slower side, that one, but when you do catch them corners perfect, it flows beautifully. This one nice and smooth. I just don't like the exit here. I was a bit risky on the throttle. And it's sticking to the same distance though, sticking on at 4.2, 4.3, 4.4 to the guy ahead in overlap. Down to 4 seconds now. Yeah, so we've got some pace still left in it. A second, on the second, we broke DRS from Sargent now, kind of. Yeah, he's going to catch that back up pretty soon though. Oh, no, and just as I look at the thing, we make a little bit of contact. Yeah, he's out again, 4/10 off that little bump. Luckily no damage, but that means he's going to make a push. You can notice in F2, like, these guys at the back are all bunched up. I don't know if it's just like I am just slow. I don't feel like I'm slow. A few guys that have played F2 before notice that's generally a thing.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.9 seconds.
Sargent, that's a valiant attempt, my guy, but not going to happen on that, unfortunately. Never going to take that line off me into there. Even if you get turn 1, you are not getting turn 2 and 3. Ah, no, we run off again. That is really slow. We know we're faster than him through this section now, so we need to just build that time a little bit too fast on there. And cut him off a little bit there, I think. But yeah, if I was Sargent, I wouldn't be very happy at the moment. I'd be kind of getting a bit antsy. I'll be going for some moves, getting the elbows out, making sure he knew I was there. Because he is faster than us in the end of the second sector and the third sector. That's an awful corner from us. He should get us here. Especially with the DRS. Is he gonna? Don't see it turning red, so no, he's right up behind us though. So is Duavala, so Duavala does come out. Didn't Duavala pit, or is that? Can't have done. There goes Sergeant. Not going to fight him too much on that. Just take the defensive line in to 27 and that's nearly out. Can Durvala start just attacking Sergeant, please? Can they start battling? Lawson has a faster slap on his way into the pit. Okay, that's on the outside of turn 1, I'll give you that. I respect that side of it. But I don't think you're going to make it stick to the next one side by side now. Yeah, he does back off. Smart move. I don't think that was going to end well. Definitely losing some grip on these tyres now. Definitely struggling through this sector. Our teammate Vips in 5th. We're provisionally in 2nd at the moment, but we do need to still make our pit stop. We have rear wing damage. When did we get rear wing damage? Mr. Sergeant being attacking us again, because I'm sure that I thought it was the sprint race. It was the back end of the sprint race we got rear wing damage. I don't know quite where we got that from. I don't think we've been hit, unless we just didn't notice it. Possibly why we're losing so much time to Novala. Very wide under braking there, yeah, these tyres really struggling with these tyres. Durvala, I thought it was Sergeant. Durvala managed to take Sergeant, but we're going into the pit anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. Hopefully them two can fight while we're changing tyres. Well, I was barely touching the wall. So it gives the position away to Sergeant. Can we come out ahead of him, please? Get a really fast change, please, guys. No, and just let Sergeant through. And is it Vishur? Bushel? I don't know. Yeah, he's in anyway. It doesn't matter. So we are going to come back out right behind Sergeant.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race.
He's gained a little bit of time on us because obviously we had to let that other guy, but we should be able to close that up relatively quickly on these nice new tyres. 4 laps to go. Well, 3.5. Yeah, you can already feel the difference into these first few corners because of the speed we've got again. Feel the grip. I feel like we've pulled off some lovely overtakes and some lovely defensive manoeuvres. Managed to showcase that side of our racing. I think in the first race it was a bit of a battle between me and Durvala pretty much most of the race, so most of the sprint first round in Bahrain anyway. So yeah, nice to have 2 races which on a new track have been starting from a different position. 2 minutes in the pits, okay. And actually having to fight our way through the pack. Which especially around here it's been pretty fun, to be honest. There's been some lovely overtakes. So we are 15th at the moment. We'll get a few positions back as we go back past the pit lane. And we'll see where we do stack up. I think we were just ahead of our teammates, so that's going to be kind of our marker. See if we can get back ahead of Vips, which looks like we should do, possibly. No, our teammate ends up about 4 positions ahead of us. I mean, good for him, not good for us. Still in 15th. He can't be here, right? I'm getting distracted. I feel like we just need to close these last two laps out now. There must be some more to pit this time. Must be. I mean, we're like 9th, like 8th, 9th. We're kind of in our own race at the minute, just tooting along. I just want to see where we end up. It's like a yellow flag down at turn 27. Something going on. Williams out of the session.
Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next
Oh, what's that?
No overtaking through the yellow flags.
Oh, I guess we're not going. Whoa! Oh, he nearly reverses into us. An overtaking, but we don't really have a choice. Just excuse me, I just nip through here, thank you. And with that, we are up into P5, I guess. Do we get a penalty for that? Looks like Duhan got a 15-second penalty.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Apparently, see, we kind of were. I don't feel like that was illegitimate because we were kind of just avoiding cars like in our way halfway around the corner and then one guy reversing at us. I just feel like we had the better reactions there. Nice bit of fortune though. I'm happy to finish here, really. You know, I mean, we're trying to catch Drugovic, but you know, him already being in 4th is definitely going to be a struggle to catch now. He's going to be pretty quick, but we'll see what we can do. We're just outside of DRS at the moment. We've got 2 laps to see if we can close up on him. Yeah, he's already gained like half a second on us. I don't think we're going to be able to be honest. But we've got a huge gap. We've got like 5.5 seconds to the guy behind us, so I guess we just be happy to bring it home in 5th. I think 5th from 22nd is unbelievable. Yeah, he's already 2 seconds ahead, so he's gained like a second on us. He's definitely a lot faster than what we are. Yeah, Sato is behind us. I know Sato was about the same pace as us.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
So not too far out of the question, I don't think. I know these are my qualifying tyres, I believe. And Drugovic might have some fresher ones on. That might explain his bit of speed on me. And we also do have that little bit of damage. That could also possibly be it. But I'm not too bothered about catching Novalak and Drugovic. So yeah, Novalak was the guy we were trying to catch initially, wasn't it? So so even with that, I'm guessing we're kind of where we were supposed to be? Because I'm sure we were battling these guys. That is probably the best I've taken that corner. Duravala takes the win. Where did Duravala come from? Duravala was like behind us at one point, I'm sure he was. I'm guessing that crash down at turn 27, the hairpin really shuffled the back. Looks like our teammate got caught up in it quite badly though. Looking on the mini-map there, he's quite a whiz back, unfortunately. About 16th, 17th. And do manage to bring it home in 5th. This is a huge result. Very, very eventful.
Take care of the car on the way in.
So the horrible qualifying, then we had the safety car in the sprint race. And we get driver of the day again, I'm not surprised. A huge
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Prema today.
turn of fortune there. What's the end of that race?
Made the difference here.
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of the tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
As we look back on a thrilling race here today, we can now see the drivers take their places on the podium. It's a familiar sight by now, as it's another successful F2 win for Prema.
Yeah, solid
After an incredible
results.
performance, Liam Lawson secures the top spot in the Drivers' Championship. And now
we get
let's
6
take a look
overall?
at the drivers'
My
stats.
teammate
Now
gets
then,
13, and we managed to pick up
who
3
would you
points,
say
which is
was your
unfortunate.
driver of the day?
Let's give it to Jehan Daruvala. That was
Daruvala
quite a
with a
drive from
huge win there.
start to finish. He can be proud of that one.
And here's how things are shaping up in the team's
Yeah, it looks like
championship.
anything can
Carlin
happen in
moved to the top of the
F2.
table. Meanwhile, Prema have improved their position. A strong weekend for them as they fight their way to the top. It was great having you with us for this weekend. I
Yeah,
hope you enjoyed
we
it as
finished
much
up in
as we
second,
did.
just behind
We'll see
Liam
you
Lawson. 2
when
points
Formula
difference,
2
so not a lot in it.
returns.
Our teammate's in 12th, and our teammate is in 3rd, 9 points behind Carlin Prema.